get some breakfast. And we're just going to have a few short talks here, and then you can resume your breakfast and be fully fortified for the rest of today, which, believe you me, Photonics West is becoming quite an exhausting experience these days, and you definitely do need a good breakfast to get you through the day. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Alastair Wilson. I'm the Director of Photonics for this organisation here, which is the Electronic Sensors and Photonics Knowledge Transfer Network. This is one of 15 knowledge transfer networks that we have in the UK covering technology or business areas. And obviously by our name we look after photonics, and in particular it's my job to do initiatives in photonics as far as the UK is concerned. We have this is not going to be a long session. I'm going to ask John Lincoln to speak to us. Some of you will know John. John has a role with EPSRC, or the Engineering and Physical Science Research Council in the UK, which is the body that funds university research in the engineering and physical sciences. And then I'm going to ask Helen Moore, who's the Vice Consul at UK Trade and Investment and the British Consul, to say a few words about what they can do, particularly with UK companies and non-UK companies who would obviously like to invest in the United Kingdom. And Helen will say a few words on that there. But first of all, let me say welcome. Thank you very much for coming to the breakfast here. This is something actually I don't think I could replicate in the UK. There's something like 50 companies, in fact I think 53 to be precise, 53 companies exhibiting at Photonics West from the UK. There's probably lots of other people from other companies walking the floor. And of course there are many people from research institutions, universities who will be giving papers at the sessions at Photonics West as well. So certainly the UK have a reasonable footprint as far as Photonics West is concerned, and long may that continue. So when I say that I couldn't replicate this in the UK, I mean, no matter where you held an event in the UK, I wouldn't get this spread of companies. And so I thought this was a unique opportunity to take advantage of and bring together UK companies, bring together their customers, and any others who might be here, and encourage networking. Let me just say a few things about photonics in the United Kingdom. I reckon we've done some surveys on this. There are around 1,500 companies that work in photonics in the UK that are manufacturing in photonics. In terms of revenue, they generate of the order of something like $15 billion of revenue, and employ around 70,000 people. If you do the sums, I reckon we account for something like 20% of European photonics. So photonics is definitely alive and well and thriving in the UK, and there's lots going on, as you will see out on the Photonics West exhibition floor today. The government in the UK is giving a high priority to innovation, even despite the things like financial crisis, like debt, and all these things that are happening at the moment. Innovation is still extremely high on the UK government's agenda, and we certainly in photonics, are seeing some benefits from that. I mean, the UK has a tremendous reputation as far as photonics is concerned. Its universities are in terms of breakthroughs, are well known. They've contributed to many of these over the 50 or 60 years that photonics has been around. And areas like the optical amplifier, ultra-fast lasers, photonic crystal fibers are some of the innovations that have come out of the UK over that time. We have something like 20 research institutes in the UK who sort of work in that area between basic research and industry. And in fact, actually, some of you may know, and I know that one member of the audience, we're actually going to have a Fraunhofer in photonics being launched in the UK later on this year. So that is very much a first as far as the UK. In fact, that will be based at the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow. As I said, innovation is very much a priority as far as UK government is concerned. We have EPSRC, which I've mentioned already, which very much invests in the base technologies of photonics, and I think John will be saying something about that. And also the Technology Strategy Board, which is very much more engaged with the application of photonics to the challenges that are facing society today, whether they be the challenges of healthcare, of the digital economy, of transport, etc., etc. And they formulate their programs as to what technologies like photonics or electronics or sensors can do as far as these challenges are concerned. So they're very much about taking what you might consider an enabling technology and getting it into the market. And John may say a wee bit more about that in what he says. The UK is also very active as far as photonics is concerned in the European Union. I know many people are involved in Photonics 21, which actually has been a very successful organisation as far as getting the attention of the Commission as far as photonics is concerned. And in fact, photonics is now regarded as a key enabling technology, along with areas like biotechnology, nanotechnology, microelectronics, advanced materials, etc., etc. It's actually one of 6 technologies that are regarded as key enabling technologies. And there will be implications for that because the European Union is about to launch a new, what we call framework programme. This is where the European Union has budgets for research programmes that last 6 years. And they usually call them FP 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 7, but they decided to change that nomenclature recently, and the next one will be called Horizon 2020. And that's where this key enabling technology will have a major impact, because photonics will be a major priority within Horizon 2020. In fact, we reckon actually that the investment by the European Union will be well in excess of €1 billion over the next 6 years or so. And I'm very keen that the UK is involved in that, we contribute to that, that we influence the research programmes so that companies can participate and gain benefit from that. Lastly, the last thing I want to say is that, and then I'll hand over to John, that the Technology Strategy Board are about to launch a competition, Photonics for Healthcare. This again is an illustration of where they want to see photonics applied to the challenges in society. And this competition is going to be launched in March. I think there will be around £4 million, or if you do your calc, that's probably $6 million of funding available for collaborative research projects and also for feasibility studies. At the moment, we are seeking input to that call, i.e. what areas should be included, what areas should not be. If you have any views on that, I would ask you to come and see me during, for the rest of this meeting today. Give me your business card and I will direct you towards a questionnaire on SurveyMonkey whereby you can input your views as to what you think the call should focus on as far as photonics for healthcare is concerned. So, in conclusion, photonics is a very exciting industry. It's exciting the world over, and that's very much also the case as far as the UK is concerned. We lots of things happening both at an industrial level and at a research level, and I think, John, that would be a good point to hand over to John